Welcome to Air&Crafts. My name is Nemanja Grujin. In this episode, you'll meet Yaroslav Bulavin, a cinema director, video artist and photographer from Saint Petersburg, who now lives in Bar, Montenegro. He's the author of a viral drone photo taken on March 15th during one of the largest student and civic protests in Belgrade. Back in Russia, he was a well-known portrait photographer with over 500 works, and he also created short underwater films as well as drone shot movies. He's the winner of numerous photo and film festivals. Find out more about his life, work and art, and why after Russia and 3 years in Serbia, he ended up settling in Montenegro. Enjoy the episode. Hello, Yaroslav. Welcome to the podcast Air&Crafts. To start, could you introduce yourself?
Hello, Nemanja, drago mi je. My name is Yaroslav Bulavin, not Bulavin, but Bulavin. I'm an artist, cinema director, and photographer from Russia. I was living in Saint Petersburg before coming to Serbia, to Belgrade. And what can I say more? Yes, this is it.
Where you grew up, what school you attended?
I grew up in my first half of childhood. I grew in a city in not Saint Petersburg, in Petrozavodsk. It's a city on the north of the Russia, Republic Karelia, and this is why I very like north nature, and I'm obsessed with every Nordic. I like some Nordic trees, Nordic weather, and everything. I don't like when it's hot. I like when it's cold. And but the second half of childhood I spent in Saint Petersburg. I changed several schools, and I graduated as cinema director in University of Cinema and Arts, and as cinema director, yes.
What kind of work have you done over the years?
In Russia, I was a professional portrait photographer, and I have a special Instagram account for these portraits, and it was some specific genre of photography. It was portfolio for actors. It close-ups with soft light, with every part of face you can see, and every emotion, every non-verbal signals that people translated by their eyes and something like that. And I was experienced in that. I had studio in my home, and actors, mostly students of acting schools, was coming to my apartment. We was eating pancakes, talking about everything, and then making some pictures. And I was popular, and in 2022 it was peak of my career in Russia, because I was very popular in Moscow, in St. Petersburg. I was going to Moscow for 1 or 2 weeks and take 3 or 4 shootings per day, and grab a lot of money and and go back with this money to St. Petersburg and go into some swamps or lakes and make my art, underwater shootings or drone shootings, or some weather conditions, or some underwater worlds, on some. It was very good life and life quality, as I think, because I was doing my job was my hobby at the same time, and that years before coming to Serbia, I made I filmed a movie, experimental underwater movie, Incipience, Stvaranje. which is my visit card, something like that, because I won a lot of awards on a lot of festivals around the world. And in 2022, I visited 6 countries on cinema festivals where I got some awards or something like that. And in one of the festivals in Armenia, I met a group of Serbian group of Serbs. They was representing some Serbian cinema, and I met with my Serbian friends the first time. It was 2 months before my escaping from Russia to Serbia. I couldn't predict that this suddenly my sudden friends will be my best friends in next life that incoming right now. I couldn't predict in August of 2022 that these people will do a lot of good things for me when I will escape to their country. It was very interesting. Yes, it was. I told about my Russian part of story, and in 2022 I went to
You moved to
Serbia.
Serbia.
Yes, and a new life started.
Before the new life started, I wanted to ask you, how did you become a videographer? What made you decide to go into this profession?
It's an interesting question because there wasn't some decisions that I want to do it, because it was I think that I always want to do it. Because when I was a child, when I was 7 or 8, I was making movies with my friends. It was cringe movies, but like always child do, with some scenarios, crazy scenarios with battles, with some. It was funny, yes, and I wanted to be a writer because I had imagination and everything. I was writing books and everything, but everything what's connected with visual arts, the whole my life was mesmerizing for me. I don't know how to explain. Uh, uh, when I was filming some movies with my friends when I was a child, I thought that I want to be a cinema director. And when I grow up, I became a cinema director, but in parallel, I was the photography was my hobby. And during the university, how to say, I thought that I'm cinema director. I graduated as cinema director, but after that, after some years after that, only maybe last years, I realized that I'm not cinema director. I'm not cinema director at all, because the whole my life I was obsessed with visual art, and I'm a better cameraman and photographer than cinema director. And I'm not. This is why I don't like make movies. How to say? I forgot how in English. Movies with actors, because I can't produce some ideas. It's interesting. When I was a child, I was able to produce ideas, but now I can't imagine something new. I can only discover in the world around me, and it means that I am documentary director, documentary photographer, and documentary video artist, because I'm. How to say it, when I was a child, I was obsessed with some stuff, with underwater, with teeny insects, with something. It was some autistic stuff, I think. When you going deep, hyper focus in something little or something unusual or something big, like night skies with the stars or something like that, and you are just stuck in it, and you trying to look inside or something like that, and you're obsessed with it. And I kept these obsessions to my grown life of adult, and uh, and I discovered it maybe in my psychology. I opened it, cleared it up, just not a lot of years ago, just maybe on last years, that all my art is just keeping my obsessions in more professional way. And this is why I can't explain you when I decided to be a human, which I am now, because it was the whole my life with me, these obsessions.
What gear do you use? What camera? Drone?
Equipment.
Mm-hmm.
It's interesting that I'm making videos and I'm making photos. I'm making it in good quality and everything, but I had never been the part of maybe a culture of videographers, culture of photographers who comparing the cameras, the optics, understand everything in technical stuff. Not for me. It's just working materials. Cameras and drones. I have old cameras for shooting. I shooting all the portraits, all the pictures, all the photography that I am shooting. I am shooting maybe 10 or 12 years now on the same camera, on a Canon 5D Mark III. Mark III. Just camera. This camera was invented 15 years ago. I don't know, but it's still okay, and I don't need to change the camera. And drone, the same story with drone. When the first drone appears, when I bought my first drone in 2017, maybe the first Mavic Pro drone, I was obsessed with it because its ability to just move the camera in every point that you want. You don't need tripods, you don't need a lot of equipment. And I made a lot of pictures on that simple drone. 7 years or 8 years. I didn't want to change it because why? It's the same principles of flying camera, but with maybe better quality or something like that. And I changed my drone to new one last year. It was I was shooting on my old Mavic Pro drone 7 years or something, and then last year I changed it to Mavic 3 Pro professional drone, and I had to sell my Russian car in Saint Petersburg to buy new drone. It's interesting story because I got my crazy Russian army jeep UAZ. It was in Saint Petersburg, but it was in Saint Petersburg, and I sold it and bought here a new drone. And this new drone allowed me to make all this stuff that I did in Belgrade with all these buildings, with all these fogs, and with protests too. And my favorite camera also is GoPro camera because you can put it underwater, you can film in high frequency, 240 or 120 frames per second. I very like it. And also I have Panasonic GH5 camera for video shooting. It's simple, it's easy, it's old, but still good. Yes.
If it still works, it's okay. I still have a Phantom 4.
Yes. But now I want to sell my drone Mavic 3 Pro and buy Mavic 4 because it can shoot vertical videos.
Mm-hmm.
I need it. I need it, but it's very hard to. It's easy to buy a new drone here. I can go to market or something and buy, but it's hard to sell my previous drone. Maybe
Mm-hmm.
only with some labels that on this drone I shot that viral protest or something like that on exactly this, and you can buy it as artifact.
Yeah, like
Maybe
a souvenir.
with my sign, Bulavin's drone. Do it if you can find somebody who can buy it. I can sell it like artifact.
Maybe someone who's watching will see that and
Yes. Maybe somebody my popular drone. Yes.
You mentioned how important is art to you, so I won't ask you again. Um, I have a question for you. In 2020, you were one of the nominees for the International Photography Grant. You photographed Russian female students living in dormitories. This was a documentary photo project about the life of Russian girls in student dormitories and communal apartments. How did you come up with the idea to focus on that theme?
To be honest, it's some another funny story because it was part of my artistic research. I just bought new lenses for my camera, wide-angle lenses, full frame, 24 millimeters, and I fell in love with these lenses. And I thought, mm, what can I find for these lenses? I need some very complex. I need some shots contain a lot of small things, details, and everything with very complex compositions, with something like that. And I took a picture of my uh, grandmother on their kitchen. Maybe I can send you this picture. You can show it on your podcast or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Mm-hmm. Great.
and I thought, wow, my granny sitting on her kitchen around all these plates, all these details, everything, all this. My Russian granny, she's very obsessed with, like all Slavic grannies, with uh, some beautiful things, useless but beautiful details and everything, especially on the kitchens. And I did these pictures and I thought, wow, it looks very complex, a lot of details as I wanted. I can use my wide angle lenses to uh, to 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 shoot some kitchens or some post-Soviet interiors like that with a lot of details. And then I uh, this this logic is evolved to the best background for the pictures is kind of old and destroyed and very horrible rooms like dormitories, like communal apartments, but with nostalgic vibe, with some and the the best ingredient for this background is something erotical but not erotical. It's something like not voyeurism, not erotic, but some beautiful girl who is living inside of this apartment, and it makes a contrast between horrible living and beautifulness of herself. And this project is half documentary, half fake, because for um, some pictures I found the real persons who living in real apartments, for example, student dormitories and everything. But for some pictures I was looking for ugly interiors and beautiful models to put in it. And the most viral picture from that series was I shot in in kitchen, my grandfather's kitchen in Moscow. It was the place where I was living too, and I was when I coming to Moscow for portrait shootings, I how to say, I bring my photo studio with me on this apartment, and kitchen of that apartment became the most viral background for the most viral shot from that series with girl with naked spine who is washing dishes or something like that around this Soviet interior, and it was just uh, exercises in composition
Yeah.
and in colors. Yes, for me it was exercises because when I'm putting camera, for example, underwater in some swamp, flowering swamp in the forest, it's the same exercise for me because it's very complex composition of something of different colors, different shapes, and everything, and I need to find an object, find something what is living inside of it, and I need to find the best composition for it. And uh, and this series in communal apartments for me is the same exercise as underwater shooting of as shooting with drone too when I'm launching drone over, for example, that old factory in Loznica or something like that. I'm just looking for the best composition in this world. I'm discovering new beautiful worlds, and Abandoned Factory is a new beautiful world for me. But I am a giant uh, who can go down into this factory from the skies and see what is it. And when I'm making pictures inside of puddle of or swamp, I'm the same giant, but in reality, who going inside. And when I'm visiting some apartments of student dormitories, it's the same. I'm going in some beautiful world where I'm guest and I need to discover the beauty of this world, and and it was with the same logic. It was in Serbia. I was shooting some project Дух Воеводинских Словаков. Yes, with the same logic, but it was very pretty interiors of Slovaks houses and their dresses, authentic costumes, and very kind grannies who sitting over there, and or girls in national dresses. But the principles is the same for me.
Your photographs have been published and awarded, and you were featured even in National Geographic Russia. Which other projects would you highlight?
About National Geographic, it was my first exercises with drone. How to say it? Then I have a big lectures and master classes when I'm talking about it with examples, with the images. Now I need to talk it without images, but I will try to explain. It was another way of my artistic research. When I'm making picture and let it be alive because it's on video. It's static pictures, but it's living on video because of video. And with this logic, for example, because I was portrait photographer, one day I decided to make the same portraits but on video, and edit it like you're scrolling just a series of pictures with different emotions, with different angles, with different everything of the person, but every picture is living and moving. And this is how I invent maybe the genre of video portrait you can see on my Instagram on somewhere. And for me, it's better than usual than regular photo portraits. And with the same logic, I decided when I bought my first drone, I thought, what if I make landscape photography, but slowly moving, like it's alive, landscape photography, but or I can feel myself inside of this photography because it's very slow parallax between the trees. It's fog is moving and everything. Not like ordinary drone shooting when you are flying high and fast and everything. Look, I bought a drone. I need to go far and everything. No, no, no. Very, very slow. Very, very teeny movement. Very, very just one picture, one maybe a composition, but with very, very slow breathing. It should breathe because of video. And it was my first drone project. I was spending quarantine summer of 2020 on my, how to say, country house, Vikendica. My Vikendica in Russia, not far from Saint Petersburg, and on the same year of quarantine summer, on the nature, I was shoot my underwater film Incipience that I talked about before, with that obsessions with these bubbles, rays of light, tadpoles, and punoglavцы, and something more. And it was very, successful. And the same year, when it was very cold to go underwater, I was launching my drone, and I was trying to find that living landscapes, breathing landscapes. And I got a series or 7 or 8 landscapes, and I asked my brother Yuri, his composer, to write music for these landscapes. And this music it should be how to say, it should breathe with these landscapes. It should not be music video with pathos flying over the trees. No, no, no. It should be very, very slow and very, very touchful. I don't know how to explain in English. Yes, and this it's philosophic. It's about some philosophy. It's about some art and beauty. And yes, this series of landscapes, you can see it in my Instagram too. If you scroll down my main page, was awarded in Russian National Geographic. Yes, on that period, I didn't know that I could send all my art to some festivals or competitions. I didn't evolve in it. I thought I'm just making some content for Instagram, and this is why I think if I send all this stuff to more festivals, I I could grab more awards, but I didn't realize that I could do it. And for example, my Incipience movie, I send it to some category B festivals, not the A category festivals, because I didn't know that A category festivals requires world premiere status, and I lost my world premiere status, and I couldn't send it to good festivals later. But okay, I was new in this kind of stuff, and Yes, and that how I discovered video portraits, video landscapes, and it was awarded, and I like it. Yes, I'm proud of this project, and on my master classes, on my series, I'm uh, showing these videos, and everybody said, "Wow, wow, wow!" But it's shot on that first generation of drone with not very good video quality. But I don't care if uh, I care of quality of video. I couldn't do nothing because the quality is limits. Quality of video is limits. It's better to film something with very bad quality but very unique thing that
because it has soul.
yes, I think it's soul or oh, it's much more important. Yes.
You arrived in Belgrade, Serbia in 2022. What were you doing here? Did you have a chance to improve your photography, videography skills while living in Serbia?
When I came to Belgrade, I was planning to continue my photographer to job as photographer. I brought all my studio, all my equipment, light, and everything in my apartment. I rented a very good apartment near Brankov Most in the Zelený Venac, and I was full of hope that I can continue my producing of portraits or something like that. But I discovered that nobody wants my portraits because, for example, Serbian actors don't want to make new portraits all the time because it's only in Russia, in Moscow, where a big concurrence, and you need to renew your portfolio again and again and send to different productions and different castings. And there is a lot of actors, a lot of people who want to need to do it. But in Serbia, no, it's some kind of not a lot of actors, and everybody knows everybody, and there is no big concurrence because it's some kind of more family ship inside of this area. Yes, and for Serbian actors, paying for new portraits of them, it's not for everybody. Most of I had a friends. I had some shootings, yes, of Serbian actors, of Russian actors and models, and not only actors. I was shooting every person who want to protest, but it doesn't work. And one or two shooting per month, and I had to remember my student years and start of making reportages or something like that. Going with camera with gimbal on events and something like that. It's not artistic, yes, but it was the only way to take some money and
To make a living.
yes, and my apartment was very expensive. I was very happy. It was very good view from the window on the bridges, on the Sava, on and everything. It was very beautiful terrace where we hosted some parties and some cultural events. But it was very expensive, and my life was just sponsoring of trying to sponsor my living in this apartment instead of some new next growing up with new equipment or something like that. And but I had a family, I had a parents, I have the brother, and they could help me if I need. And it's okay. It's much better when if when you are alone in the country. No, I wasn't alone. I had a lot of friends, and I hosted some exhibitions. So one time and a half of year, I needed to host exhibition to just for remember who am I. That I'm an artist. I'm not that guy with camera who can make video of your event. No, I'm just I'm artist. Hey, I'm here. Please, somebody ask me as artist for some interesting job. And it was I did some music videos for Serbians, some fashion videos, even some some. It was interesting life, and yes, but I hadn't enough time to improve my skills as artist because of that, because of question how to pay for apartment next month is more important than. But also I discovered some very good new hobbies in Serbia, but it was connected with Russians mostly. It was storm chasing that I mentioned before. It's a big Russian channel in Telegram about storms and weather in Serbia, with all radar shots, with all predictions, with all theoretical stuff, and with a lot of people who who are sitting in their cars and running to catch some big supercell or ball echo storm or something like that. It's very crazy. It's I like this hobby, and we did a lot of beautiful pictures of thunder clouds, of lightnings, or everything. Even aurora borealis, northern nights. We catch the auroras here in Serbia, and usually Serbian people thought that there is no auroras in Serbia, but we are crazy Russians. We found auroras.
You found it here.
Yes, and the best one was 1 year ago, 1.5 years ago, in May of 2024, and I went up to the Gucheva, it's a spomenik with Loznice, and I did beautiful pictures of auroras over the Loznica in the skies, red and green lights and everything. It was crazy, but you need to know how to do it. You need to predict solar flashes, solar storms, look parameters from the satellites and everything. But yes, and the second is free diving, because I was obsessed with underwater shooting. I went to Serbia and I found some Russian freediving instructor who started a new group, and I figured out how to do it in normal way, in safety way, not as I did before. And they said it's crazy that you didn't drone before with your style of swimming and diving, and it was very good half Russian and then half Serbian group of freediving in Tashmaidan basin. We had some trainings, to more than 1 year, several years, but then tragically our instructor died. He's died not during the dive, but for the something other happened, and our group was about to break or something like that. But one of our members, Dasha, got the leadership, and we kept our freediving group. But the next story was with Tashmaidan Basin, because it was some not very good situation between our group and administration of Basin, and they kicked us out of this swimming pool, and now this group is looking for another pools. But I like it anyway, this hobby, and I here in Montenegro I can dive in 35 meters without scuba on holding my breath, and it allows me to make some new crazy underwater shots of bubbles or some rays of light or something. It's a lot of new abilities. And also we had in Belgrade, there is a lot of Russians in Belgrade and small Russian communities around some interesting stuff. 3 or 4 theaters, for example, or a lot of clubs, a lot of different stuff. And one of my favorite ones was reading club. We was meeting every Friday and reading Ulysses, James Joyce. And we read about the whole book. And even went to Novi Sad to Bloomsday. It's International Day of Readers of this book, and it was celebrating in Novi Sad's pub and library somewhere in the middle of Novi Sad, and we met our Serbian colleagues who like this book too, and it was very interesting cultural connection. And something like that, yes, it was very, very some half crazy and half happy life in Belgrade. And I was not only stuck in bubble of Russian connections. I had a lot of Serbian connections, but it was how to say. I had some artistic projects for Serbians. It was very interesting, but there is no money. There is no money.
Money from artists.
Yes, and I had to work more on Russians because there is a lot of money between Russian companies who came here, and it's the only way to survive.
Let's talk about the student protests. Were you personally involved, or how you see your role there? What's your opinion about them?
It's interesting because on the late summer of 2024, I changed my drone to better one, and I started to new video art project. I'm just was launching my drone from my window, from my terrace, and shoot some crazy shots with Belgrade over my house with cooler, a lot of different options with cooler and with Starry Most and with everything. Was with sunsets, with sunrise, with fogs.
Is it that project called Window to Belgrade?
Yes, it was a part of this project because before I changed the drone on 2023, 2024, it was project Window on Belgrade that I kept going. It was just mobile photography over my windows with some interesting weather conditions or sunsets or everything. And time lapses of storms and everything. I got a lot of materials. One part of this project was spying on the terrace next to my window because it was daily renting and it was some crazy parties on this terrace. And I have another project, but I can't publish it because it's some private. It's not ethical, and I can't publish it. But it's yes, I have a project with some crazy parties on terrace that I can look from my window, and but mostly some beautiful shots and some events too, marathons or some bicycle events or something. If something happen or concerts near that hotel, how to say, Geozavod. My window was looking strictly to Geozavod, and panorama of river around and everything. And yes, it was my daily routine to take some pictures of the windows if something is happening. And when I get drone, I just improved this project to next level. I can take pictures not only from the window, but I can launch drone from the window and make a largest area of some interesting stuff. And on my last exhibition in September, I presented this project. Or no, I presented this project first time on exhibition in July in Matsura's museum in Novi Banovce. It was big exhibition about Russian culture in Serbia, and my project was about window on Belgrade with first tries of drone shots, but mostly with these shots taken from windows. It was interesting, yes. And when protests started to coming around, it was just for me. It was just part of my daily routine to make pictures of this protest too, because it's just groups of people who going around of me, and I couldn't been deeply involved in reasons of that. No, for the first time, I how to say, it was just some protesting people around, because when it was some protests not against the government but supports government going through the Branko Bridge, I did pictures of it too, because for me it was not the same, but it was just that protest, this protest, I didn't involved. I just took pictures. But the next, after that, when it during the winter or on the start of the spring, it becomes more and more protests and more people in the protests. And I did some drone shots of these protests because they was going right around my house and on the Brankov Bridge and everything. And suddenly I started getting some attention from the protest community, from the students, because I was posting it in Instagram and these materials were good, and they started to comment and send me messages that, wow, it's cool, thank you for sharing this, thank you for and everything. And I felt some how to say request from the audience of shooting that, because it was it became popular, and I felt some that these shootings have some value, not only just for my artistic thoughts, but maybe for some people need these shots, and I'm able to do it because I have a very good expensive drone, and I'm living just in the middle of everything. And I thought, okay, maybe it's my role to make these pictures for maybe for not only for art, but like reportages, like for historical archives or something like that. I just need need to do it for historical motifs, for documenting this the history is going around me. And when the protest of 15th of March got announced, I got a lot of messages, a lot of comments that I should make pictures of it because it will be the largest, it will be the most interesting and everything. And I was afraid of it. Yes, because
really,
yes, I was afraid because I thought that maybe it's too much. Maybe it's maybe it could be dangerous. because it was a very strong resonance around it in the news and everything. But it was two reasons why I decided to do it. The first reason was because from my position, from my point of view, the whole Serbians was supported it. All Serbians from my all my friends and everything. I had never met one person who was against this. Everybody was supporters, and I thought that the whole Serbia is supporting it, and okay, and it's some historical event. And the second reason was that I thought that maybe I'm not the only person who can do it, but I have all abilities to do it, and I am not married. I'm in my 30. I'm maybe if it's in life, there is some possibility to do it. It's now maybe, because if I had, for example, I asked my friend who is drone operator too. Let's go to make these shootings together. And he said, I I would happy to. I want to, but I have wife and kids and everything, and I don't want to get troubles because my life of my family is more important. And I understand him. And
Yeah.
but I was free. I was alone, only with my parents. The only thing that I regret is my parents, how to say, mental health after that. But I decided it's better to regret of I did it that it's better that regret of I didn't, because it's better to did that not to didn't, because if I have opportunity to do something like that, I need to do it now. And I decided to do it because at least for history, yes, at least for history. But yes, I was afraid. I was nervous. I wasn't that kind of that artist who don't know what's going on and just wow, what's going on. I will launch my drone like
Mm-hmm.
tourist. No. I was understand that it's something big happening, and it may be some dangerous for me or something like that. Uh, but I think yes, it's better to do it than not to do it, because all the things that could happen with me after that, it just I can it's just after 1 or 2 or more years, I will forget about all the bad stuff that will happen with me. I will remember only that I did it, this shot, this photography, and everything, this materials. I think it's if I if I suddenly found myself here in this time, in this place, and I have drawn and I have my artistic maybe some thoughts and everything, I need to use it because it's the only way to be alive, to be the artist and to be alive, to risk for something to. And it was yes, it was not, how to say, it was not some political just to support the students, not because as I said before, I was not deeply involved in it, because as I said in one of interviews, uh, uh, for many Russians and for me too, we are part of the game of what is going in Russia now, of the political games and everything, and
Mm-hmm.
we full of it. It's there is no another place in our brains, in our hearts, to be as a part of political games in Serbia, because not because of we avoiding it or don't like it. No, just because our hearts full of pain for our country, and it's you should it's very hard to to be and there and here and everything. And if you want to support, for example, students and be a part of political life in Serbia, you need to found some energy, some space in yourself for that, and you need to decide to do it. In some reasons, you can't do it. You can do it by the way. If you're doing it, you need to do it with all the effort, with all the. I understand. And
you even plan to. You even planned to get a drone pilot license in Serbia, but the test date was set for March 27th. That's the largest protest in Serbia's history took place on March 15th. What were the weather conditions like? Was it difficult to fly? You said that you decide to launch your drone. What made you to decide to launch your drone?
I couldn't not launch it, but I was on the day because I was living near Brankov Bridge. The whole protest is starting coming together across the bridge. It was very loud as always, with all these whistles, with all this music and everything.
I was there with my wife and friends.
Yes.
So,
and it was the vibe of atmosphere of some carnival. It was it was not angry. It was not. It was like celebrating something. It was feeling like carnival, city carnival, and everybody going out of their homes and joining this carnival. And I went to the terrace and I looked at this. There's a lot of people, and I decided to launch a drone first time from my terrace for my project, Window on Belgrade. Yes, because I didn't plan to go to the Slavia or on the middle of this, because my plan was only document something around my house for my project. It was my first plan. And I launched a drone during daylight, around 3 or 4 hours p.m. And I thought the big crowds of people from the Skupština to the Ušće and next, and I thought, wow, it's a really historical moment. I need to spend time of document it as much as I can, because it's really going something crazy and something unique, and it. But I did some shots of these crowds around the Skupština and later, and as I remember now, I was very upset and regret that I missed the tractors on the Brankov Bridge, because it was tractors crossing the Brankov Bridge. And on that moment, I was changing the batteries or something like that, and I looked at the window and the end of this column of tractors across the Brankov Bridge, and I missed my best shot I could do today. No, it's unique tractors on the Brankov Bridge. No. And I took several pictures of tractors going up to Zeleny Venets and around the Moskva hotel. But I was very upset that I didn't it on the Brankov Bridge, and I thought, okay, this is it for me for today. This is it. It's over. I did some shots of some crowds around my house for my project. It will be okay for Serbians maybe who wanted me to do these pictures, yes, and for my project Window on Belgrade, it's okay too, because yes, but I met some friends who said, let's go to the Slavia, because it will be some event of the evening with lights. And we have friends who know friends who live near Tash Maidan, and we can go on the roof and something. And I thought, okay, let's do it. Why not? We need to do it. If I started, I need to finish. And we went through this Belgrade city center with all this carnival, all these fire shows, all this everything, and it was crazy experience. And we went to some apartment of my friends, not my friends, but friends of the friends of the friends, as always. And I went to the roof near Tash Maidan, and I was able to launch a drone over the Slavia. And yes, and it was you asked for weather conditions. Yes, and it was
Yeah.
it was cloudy, foggy day. Yes, and it was low clouds over the Slavia, and it was 10 or more drones flying around the Slavia. Not only my drone, it was 10 or something, and it was laser beams which are going to shot these drones, or something from the cloud was trying to destroy the cameras of drones, and everything feels illegal. But I thought, if there is 10 more drones, I can launch my drone too. It will be stupid not to launch. And I launched a drone. But as on that daylight shooting over the Skupshina, and on this shooting over the Slavia, for me it was also a good opportunity to make some exercises of drone shooting, some interesting angles, some artistic movements and everything. And for example, during the shooting from the Slavia to Ushcha, I was trying to fly a drone over the whole crowd from Skupshina to Ushcha and back to. It was for me just even more for my, not my fun, but for my training, for my entertainment, and improving drone skills on this very interesting and unique scenario that is going around. And on the Slavia, it was too some very interesting thing. It's very unique. How to say, action is going around when a lot of people with flashlights and everything. It was very beautiful. It was very beautiful, and I thought, oh yes, it's that kind of beauty that I'm always looking for around me, and I need to do something here. I need to catch this beauty. I need to find some quintessence of this beauty. My artistic thoughts, it should. I need to be power on, or 100% on this to do something unique that only me can do. And it was a lot of other drones. I was trying to change zoom cameras on my drone to make some shots with close-ups to this field of lights and everything. But it was impossible to make a wide-angle shot because of clouds. It was on 100, 120 meters, maybe like that. And there is no wide-angle cameras on drones, and you can shot the whole square only from the side. But from the top you couldn't. But yes, I think I was the only drone pilot who guessed to use panorama shot. I made full panorama, spherical panorama shot of that of the Slavia, and that shot became most viral because it looks like galaxy, like neon, like everything, like and it was a unique shot because only me did it. Maybe I can be proud of this shot because for that shot happened, it should be a lot of things get together. with me, with my thoughts, with protests, with everything. It should be. I can be proud of this shot. So yes, SVE MIR, because it combines my artistic look and this great how to say things that was going on around. And
that picture we all shared, and we're proud of that picture, and I'm honored to speak with you now.
Yes,
like
thank you.
With the author.
Yes, and also what I wanted to say. Oh, sorry, I forgot. And I also have backstages of all this. My friends were shooting backstages, and I have video when I'm launching a drone on that rooftop, and it's noises of the audience around from everywhere, and I'm launching. Oh, okay, I almost finished. Let's make a spherical panorama. Wait for me, friends. Quick, and I'm starting making this panorama. But I did it just in case. I didn't realize that it will be the best shot of that evening. I thought some videos that I did before, something like that, and I did this panorama just in case, and I forgot about this panorama. I was sharing next days. I was sharing some videos flying around this square and everything, but about the panorama, I remember only on the after several days, and I have panorama. I need to do it. I need to got it together. I need to edit it. Oh, it looks nice. Yes, maybe I can even sell some examples because. Yes, but it became viral and and all this happens. Yes, I posted these shots and this panorama and everything, and it was a lot of requests to buy it. A lot of requests, and I said, why not? But some it was some ethical, some moral choice because I don't want it to be to get money of these materials to sell these materials only for money. No, I think it's not ethical. I think these materials are belonging to Serbians, to protesters, to students more than for me. And this is why I shared everything in free link, because I said it's your materials, you can use it as you want, it's not mine, but if you want to buy the pictures with my sign, I can sell it. But without my sign, you can print by yourself as you want. Yes, and the first for the first I was sharing only the small 45 on 45 example of SVE MIR picture in free access, and you could print by yourself only small option, small version. But and after some time I thought that okay, it's difference is not in quality, difference is only with my sign. I'm selling my sign, I'm selling not this picture, I'm selling only my sign with this picture, and that means and I uploaded the full size, full resolution of SVE MIR because it's not belongs to me, it belongs to you.
What reactions did you receive from people and friends who saw that picture?
It was it was how to say, you know what reaction it was. It was big success or something like that, but I couldn't couldn't how to say, I didn't know that it's as much impact with this picture I thought it's just wave of hype over all the materials from the protests, because I remember that guy who shared the first video, drone video of the Slavia the same night, after maybe one half of hour after that happens. It was one drone pilot who shared these materials on place, and it was very viral around the world. He got maybe 50 millions of views or something like that. And for me, the hype around all these materials was temporary. It was just wave of attention to these protests. It's not because me, not because my artists, because of its some info hype. And I didn't know that I couldn't predict that it will be much longer and more scale of the story, and around my work especially, because I thought I'm just one of the drone pilots who just share this and get a lot of likes, a lot of comments and everything, but suddenly these pictures became some kind of symbol of this protest, and suddenly my materials that I shoot on daylight became some proofs of a number of audience or something like that, and everything became the part of politics, and I was surprised by it, because I thought that there was a lot of people who did the same materials. I did it maybe a little bit more artistic way, but it's not unique. It's just but suddenly for some reason my materials became the point of attention or something like that. I was surprised, yes, and I was kind of proud of it, because it's some confirmation of my artistic value as an artist, and something like that. That I was needed. I was needed too, because I didn't felt it before. That everybody knows, everybody confirms that I'm an artist. It was important for me, for sure, and this is why I think I'm not forced either, but I was not hiding. I was not to be anonymous or something like that. I said, yes, I did this. This is my works. You can download it and everything. Because it
In
was
one
approved.
interview, in one interview, you said that your personal sacrifices lose significance compared to the potential historical value of the documentary material you could capture. Do you regret it now, or would you do it again?
No, I'm not regretted, because as I told before, when I was taking decision shoot or not to shoot, I thought about it, that maybe it's the only once in life condition in my life when I can sacrifice myself, and there is no big risks for my family or something like that, that I'm responsible only for myself, and I can sacrifice myself for this art or this documentary historical shooting. And I'm not regret for sure, because I think this materials is really much more important than my fate. I believe in it, because I can as you can see, I'm not how to say, I'm not suffering here. Yes, I'm not suffering here and everything, but I was ready to get some suffering. It's when in good scenario for me, it's just one for 1 year, and I have ability to spend this year in Montenegro, and everything is okay. It's not, I'm not in suffer. It was really, it was big stress, suffering. I lost my job contracts. My parents, I was very, very nervous and sad and everything, but it's okay. It's just suffering for several months. Okay, but now everything is okay. But I was ready, and I'm not regretted, because I'm really believe that some historical documentary or artistic value of these shootings is really much more important that that my destiny.
You also received an anonymous message asking you to take down the materials, since there was a flight ban in place before and after the protests. What happened after that?
Yes, I got this message, and I said, okay, they catch me. I was waiting for it, but I was hoping maybe no, but okay. And I sent the how to say, but this message was not it was not very how to say, it was message like from friend. He was kindly worried that I'm that they know everything about me, and I need to calm down. I need to remove everything, and maybe everything will be okay. But it was just warning, and it wasn't how to say. Yes, and I thought, okay, thank you, my Serbian brother, for warning me, and I really removed some stuff from my page, but except of yes, I removed my stuff from the page for some time, and some people from the audience asked me what's happened and everything, and but I thought maybe okay, they warned me, and this is it. I removed and Toyota. But no, in 2 weeks I received a phone call from the MUP, from the Ministry of Foreigners, and they asked me to come to interview about my business. And I wanted to to ask that person. It, there is only it's very kind persons in Serbian government and everywhere. I had never met some rude person or something. Everybody is very correct and polite. And I wanted to ask him, hey, Milan or Miloš, I forgot his name. Am I in trouble or not? Just say me, please. But I didn't ask him. But I told my lawyer. I had a lawyer, Tatiana, who was just helped me before to get all the permissions to register my business, everything, all this stuff for to help to do it. And yes,
you
they
had
asked,
a special residence and work permit.
I had yes, I had my, я сам был предузетник, имел this, everything was legal. I had a business. I was working with this business legally. I had some all имал свои фактуры, рачуны, sve имал. I have all the proof that it was legal, and there was not fake business just to get a residence permit. It was real business. I got some work jobs, work contracts for no. I did some shootings. I get some money for these shootings, and it was regular. It was okay. Everything is my business. And I came to the interview with my lawyer, and they said that on that day when they were called me on Saturday, they went to my apartment and they went to my legal address, and they was trying to find me on working place or at home. But I was with my friends in Golubats. I was just spending time with my friends out of the city. I wasn't on my working place and everywhere. And they, on interview, they started to asking me 2 hours, asking for my business, for everything, a lot of questions about my life, about my business, but everything was okay with my business and with my life. Everything was legal. Was no reason to do something wrong with me. Everything was legal.
What reason did they give for ordering you to live for a year? Was it because of the photograph?
No, the reason was not connecting with my shootings at all. It was something. There was suspect something wrong with my business, but I got all the proof that my business is legal and everything is okay. I have all the proof. So svi faktury, svi računi, sve imala, but they said it's something wrong and they suspect that my business is not correct, and this is why they denied my business. And why they denied my business, my residence permit is based on my business, and it means that my residence permit is automatically cancelled too, and they cut my личную картицу with scissors. But I had one half of year to ability to got a permanent residence, and I was upset. They gave me a paper which says that I have only 7 days to leave the country, and I went for 1 year to enter to the Serbia again. And yes, it was, but I understood that this officer in this department got this decision from somebody upper, and he haven't other options to do. I think he was forced to find some reason to ban me anyway. Even if everything in my business is okay. I think on my opinion, this is it. And yes, and I got this paper, and it was very stressful time after that, because whole my life in Serbia that I was building brick by brick is broken in 7 days, and it was big stress. But
and you have to start from scratch in another country.
Yes, but it's not first time for me in my life. I have such experience, but okay. But the most regret how this story for me is my parents, yes, because they just они su kupili kuću bliz Loznice, sve je bilo u redu. Moj mladi brat i njegova žena su živjeli u Loznici i radili. Moj stari brat je žive sa porodicom u Sloveniji. Moji roditelji su živjeli u Loznici, ja sam živio u Belgradu, sve je bilo dobro. Ali, okay, and it was very big stress for my parents, and for me it was kind of all this story was kind of how to say it was very big test for my growing up as adult, as not part of my friends and my parents. It was some initiation in another life, because I have had to take some decisions by myself. I was full of how to say. The lawyers asked me not to go in public with this decision, and they said, let's try to appeal it, and maybe we can easily try to appeal it, because it's very illegal reasons of banning me.
And you and your lawyer filed an appeal, but it was rejected. You
Yes,
wrestled with yourself over whether to keep fighting or give up. You even asked your lawyers to drop further legal actions. When did you decide to go public with your story and share what happened to you? And share what happened to you?
yes. My first thought when I got the decision is to share it right now, to post it in Instagram, because I know that the whole everybody will stay on my side, and it will be some media noise. I was sure in it because I got a lot of followers from Serbia, a lot of supporters from Serbia, from students and everywhere. But it was a lot of different opinions around me. I was on emotions, and my lawyer said, "Let's do another way." I found another lawyer who especially his cases is especially with such stories with Russians or foreigners who been deported or something like that, and the lawyer said it's better not to make noise now. It's better to try to appeal because uh, this paper is really looks very illegal. There is no legal reasons to ban me. There is no legal reasons to close my business. It's very unfair, and we just need to go to Upravni Sud, and there is a good chance to appeal because it's really no. It's very, very illegal everything what's going on. And they said, let's just appeal and wait for decisions for appeal because for these appeals, it was one appeal and another. It was two papers where we was waiting for back for some answers on this decision, these appeals. And the same way, a lot of people who knows about this situation, a lot of human rights organizations, a lot of students, a lot of my friends, a lot of lawyers, a lot of it was I got a lot of phone calls from different persons and everything, and it was very heavy. The first week was very, very heavy. My brain almost blow up,
Mhm.
and it was very hard to make my own decisions because some my Serbian friends was in panic. They said that I'm in big danger. I need to leave the country as soon as possible. That they will hunting for me or something like that. That I'm across the road for government and everything. And I'm in real big trouble. I need to be quiet. I need to hide somewhere. I need to disappear and everything. Another person said that no, it's shit. It's just you can just stay in Serbia and do nothing, and it's these papers. It's you can use it for toilet, and it's nothing. Yes, and it was very different opinions and emotional opinions, and from every side, and uh, and I was the only person who can decide, and.
Mhm. Mhm.
Uh, and it was very hard to decide because of I couldn't feel where is the truth around it because if I hear one person I be going to panic and everything. Yes, I need to hide and everything. If I uh, hear another person, everything is okay, I can continue my normal life as and everything. And I decided to do as lawyers recommended me to do, and just keep silence and wait for decision for appeals. And I waited, but I on the 6th day I made some party, farewell party. I invited my friends. I invited my Serbian friends, and it was around 17, 70 or 80 people on this party on our terrace. With music, with selling of my pictures and everything, and but all the appeals was denied with the same stupid reasons, with the same unfair reasons, illegal reasons, and lawyers said that we can keep fighting for you. We can go to European tribunal and everything, human rights, and we can find and for free. And I got messages from human rights organizations who can cover all this money for lawyers, for everything. A lot of good people was trying to help me. I'm very grateful and thank you. But till the time I had enough time to keep calm, to relax, and to think something about my own decision, my own view on this situation, and I think that I thought that how to say, that opinion that I did nothing wrong and I am correct and I'm just victim and everything, it's not very fit with my own thoughts because I thought that, but I broke the laws with drone. It's really was no. It's really I'm guest in this country. This country is hosting me, and I'm breaking the laws, and I'm risking maybe health of or lives of the people in the crowd because I'm flying around with no license. With they can push my drone down, of course, or something. Everything could happen, and I got enough time to get all the licenses, but I did it as always in last moment and everything, and it's really my fault. And I couldn't feel myself like I'm just hero and I'm the victim and I'm no. I know that uh, I have to get some punishment because I'm really it's just for my how to say, I couldn't how to say, I couldn't feel myself like I'm did nothing wrong and I'm just victim. No, it's not my position. But the same time, it's really I understand that it's unfair from the side of the laws and everything. But the same time, the laws they punish me for some reason, some stupid reason in business, but they could punish me for the drone shooting, illegal drone shooting, when the sky was closed by military service and close to the government objects like Skupshina and filming these objects and everything. And punishment for this could be much more worse than punishment for this just this 1 year ban, because it's and in this decision that they gave me, how to say, the reason of my banning in Serbia is this some troubles with business, but they could put the reason is some how to say in English, I forgot, danger to national security or something like that. They could punish me as some more serious, more hard way. And I thought that maybe they some kind of be kind with me. They need to remove me as a dangerous person to how to say, they need to make sure that I will not do such things anymore, and they decided to ban me for 1 year. And I thought, for my opinion, it's really fair for my opinion, because I got some, yes, I broke some laws, I got this punishment, and this punishment is not very I'm not suffering because there is no prison, there is no some maybe blacklist as national security, so all this stuff. And I thought, okay, I don't want to fight. I don't, because I think it's fair for me, in my opinion. And I told it to lawyers, and they said, "Oh, we're ready to fight for you, but okay, as you say, we do as you want." And I decided to get it because because I think it's okay. And if I got this punishment, for me, it gives me some moral rights to go back to Serbia after this year, and continue my work, continue my job, continue my art, because I did it. I got punishment. I spent this punishment. Okay, everything is clear, and I go back to normal life. But if I will fight in human rights and the European Tribunal and everything, it's not my story. I don't want to be a political figure, and I don't want to be fighter uh, for some this stuff and be some coin in some political games, or how to say. It's not my role. It's to be an artist. And okay, I can spend a year in Montenegro. It's not very bad for me. But the only question is, the only question is, if I come back to Serbia, can I get back my residence permit or no? And it's the only question, because if no, if some security service ban my ability to get in residence permit, it means that they banned me forever, not for 1 year, but forever, because I cannot work legally in Serbia without residence permit. Boravak, по времени boravak.
So then you went to Montenegro. Where are you located now? You said that you can see the sea from your window.
Yes, I can see the sea. I can show you from my window, because it's very beautiful.
Wow.
Yes,
nice.
I'm located in Bar, Montenegro. It's very, very good, beautiful city. I like it. I found a lot of friends here, and in Belgrade, I was living in a very good apartment with very beautiful view on Belgrade, and I was able to do all this stuff, this project, window on Belgrade. And here I especially found the apartment with clear skyline, and I am making landscapes, making it, how, I forgot. I'm making some photos and videos and time lapses with thunderstorms and sunsets and everything. It's for me, it's like my energy. I'm feeling energy, because my energy is in the world outside me. My inspiration, my artistic thoughts, everything is become out. When I'm going for some shooting, usually I can't predict what it will be in the result, because I need to discover something new around. And sometimes it's okay, sometimes it's not. But and I came to Montenegro, yes, and this funny story with wildfires, because I can't say funny story. It's very as protests and wildfires. It's a very scary situation, and it's very terrible reasons and everything. Yes, but the story around it, I said it's funny because it's the same pattern. I went to
Yeah,
Montenegro.
we say it like that. We don't mean
Yes,
that.
yes, and I went to Montenegro, and wildfire started. I was living in Sutomore the first several months, and I look out of my roof of my house, and the mountain is on fire in Buljarica, not far from Sutomore. I put time lapse, and one of my friends said, "Why are you not filming it? Let's go." I said, "Oh yes, okay, let's go." And we went to the Buljarica. I launched my drone, and it was very beautiful, but very scary, very crazy materials with wildfires, with this church on the background of wildfires, with uh, and these materials is also went viral, like materials of protests, because it was artistic too. It was very artistic, and the wildfires on next week became more and bigger, and through the Balkans, not only Montenegro, but so Croatia, Turkey, and every other countries. And this is why my materials was reposting and sharing a lot. And I thought, okay, Toeto, hello Montenegro, goodbye Montenegro. I'm waiting for kicking off Montenegro to right now, because I hadn't time to register drone or get license and everything. It was illegal again. But to be honest, the laws uh, the laws of using drones in Serbia and Montenegro, it's a lot of bureaucracy. It's hard to get license, and here in Montenegro, as I heard, they don't give license to Russians, and maybe it's impossible for me to get license at all. Only
Why?
like uh, I need to make it clear. I need to spend more time to reading all these rules.
Aha, okay, okay.
I didn't yet, because now I'm focusing on underwater shootings and everything. I got a drone only for that wildfires, and this is it, because there is no possibility to do it again later. And but some of my friends said they couldn't. There is some strange laws, and I can't get a pilot license because I'm Russian, but I can get another license which I can use. I need to know more about this. I just didn't start
Mm-hmm.
it. I can't say now that they don't give in Russians licenses. It's more complex, and we can talk about it later if I need to get more information about it. Just
Okay, it's no problem. So,
yes,
the last question: how are you spending your time there? Are you working? Are there any projects you're currently involved in?
uh, I'm when I came here, I was a little bit in stress after all this story of Serbia, and I decided that I spent summer in relaxing, calm. I don't want to find a job. I have some money to live, because my room in Sutomore was costs only 200 yes, 200 euros per month, and I said, okay, I have money to spend half of year, and don't care about everything. And I became some. monk lifestyle, because I didn't want to contact with people to answer for interviews. That's why I postponed your questions
Mm-hmm.
because I was trying to have a rest. And I went back to some obsessions, some artistic obsessions, for free diving in the sea and shooting some bubbles or some animals under the water. And I have thunderstorms and lightings and something like that. And I've met some friends and we going together to the mountains to looking for fossils or minerals or something. It's just spending time, just randomly going to different locations and looking for something interesting. And it's very good lifestyle for me, and I can do my art. I have a lot of materials to edit. I have, I can show you. I have a lot of hard disk drives with material. It's only
Ah, yeah.
I have 3 times more in box, and
Mm-hmm.
I have a lot of plans to do to make a lot of content, interesting content, and from Serbia and from Montenegro, and post it. And I'm just relaxing and having good time in my life, because living in Serbia was more about trying to survive, and living here is more about uh, calm down and relax, and I like it. Uh, it's good for me. And but I got offer to job on some production, interesting production, that will allow me to launch a drone on the best places of Montenegro, and make a very good, interesting shootings. And it looks like a dream job for me. If they allows me to legally launch a drone on the best beautiful places, and even paying me for that, it looks like the best shot. Yes, very kind and polite persons hosting this production, and I hope it will be okay. And also, yes, during the winter, I think I will just do a lot of content, do a lot of editing and everything. Uh, and this is it. And I will go to visit my parents on the end of October. I will go to Zvornik in Bosnia and just uh, stay in Zvornik in some apartment, and my parents can cross the bridge from Loznica and visit me. It will be it will be okay. And my brother too. My parents, my brother, and all my Serbian friends. I will invite them to visit me. But
Yaroslav, thank you for being my guest. I hope that next time we will shake hands and talk live, really live.
thank you, Nemanja. Thank you. Okay, I want to thank all the Serbians. I yes, I the last thing
Mm-hmm.
when I moved to Montenegro and everything was okay, I decided to share my story to audience. Yes, it was in June. I already was living in Montenegro, and I shared this story, and got a lot of support from Serbians. Thousands of messages, of reposts, of likes, of stories, and a lot of warm, kind words that like yours. That thank you, hvala vam Srbe bratuški. they they're
Nema na
waiting.
čemu.
They're waiting for me. They needs me. I'm proud of it. Thank you. I'm very. It's very important for me to feel this support, and everybody is asking, "What can I help? How can I help you?" And there's a lot of messages like, "Oh, my brother hosting a restaurant in Budva. You can come anytime, and you will be our guest and everything." In Montenegro too, it's very good, and I don't want to feel myself like hero in Serbia or like victim. No, I'm just artist, but I'm very, very glad to have so much friends, Serbian friends. Thank you. And
Hvala ti mnogo i na srpskom, eto ovako da kažem.
Da, hvala vam. Hvala vama. Oh yeah, I forgot everything. Because I'm living a monk like here. Yes, I'm not speaking with people at all. Only with some friends on the rides to the mountains. But the whole other time I'm just sitting in silence and editing something or going to the beach and shocking everybody on the beach because I am going to the beach with a lot of equipment, some fins, some cameras, some crazy stuff, and doing my art on the around the people swimming on the beach. It's funny. Yes, and I zaboravio sam srpski jezik, izvinite. Ali...
Nema veze, imaćeš vremena da ga vežbaš, ja se nadam od sledeće godine ponovo. Mislim, da i tamo pričamo istim jezikom, tako da, eto, vežbaćeš malo, kad se odmoriš od svega.
Hvala ti, vidimo se sljedeće godine. Moj život u Beogradu bio najljepši život. To je bilo najljepše 2,5 godine. Naravno, hvala.
A onda ćemo ovako, hvala ti, vidimo se.
Ćao, vidimo se.
And that's all for today's show. I'll see you again in 2 weeks. Until then, like this video, subscribe to the channel and leave a comment below. Follow me on social media for all the fun behind the scenes moments, and let Air&Crafts be your go-to place for all drone related content. My name is Nemanja Grujin. Thanks for watching. See you soon. Bye. S ove visine vidiš sve, Grune produkcija Nemanja, to je to. Novi Sad emisija Air&Crafts, letimo. Svi znaju ime iz grada do grada, ovde smo. Spusti beat, osjeti rime, to je hip hop, East Coast stil. Osvajamo hiljade